Good afternoon. My name is Katerina Adarchik. Today we continue our series of videos about Ukrainian sociological research with Institute for Democracy and Development and the SSE Group. So I'm as political strategist, will provide for you some information and insights from Ukrainian sociological research, and also will do my conclusions about that. So today we will analyze research of Razumkov Center. It's also very famous Ukrainian sociological structure. So they more than 20 years provide research for public, and hopefully we can trust all this data. So I will show their website for you. Here you can see, and we will analyze research about trust. So it's also research from this summer. Now we work on a lot of information from this summer, and also we will see this research here on your screen. So it's information how citizens of Ukraine believe in some and trust to institutions, politicians, people in public offices, and also people from third sector. So let's go directly to the data. Sorry, it's not so bright as data from rating group, which I provided to you before, but we see that it's interesting that 52% of people think that Ukraine moved to right direction. So it's important because before it's sometimes was that mostly people understand that it's not right direction. Also, the next question, what people think Ukraine can work with all problems by as nation or no, and we see that 42% understand that yes, Ukraine can defeat all troubles in the next several years, and 41%, so quite half that Ukrainians can defeat all internal problems in long-term perspective. So pretty optimistic, but still you can watch our video which we analyzed before about understanding of economical situation, and also see what people talking about. A very interesting point. So it's a point about trust to institutions. First, it's president of Ukraine. So not trust at all, 5%. Not more likely not trust 10%. More likely I trust him 43%, and I trust him fully 36%. So mostly people trust to president, which is interesting because with presidents before, after their convention, it was globally increase of distrust, and people not believe to presidents before. So it's pretty good, pretty stable result. One more time, if people fully honest about the trust to institution on war period, it's big methodological question, but usually we can analyze more deeply if we will see focus groups, hopefully that somebody from international donors also will provide for us focus group results. So about Verkhovna Rada, it's Ukrainian parliament, it's very different. So Ukrainians not really trust to Verkhovna Rada. So almost 20% of people not trust to Verkhovna Rada, and more likely not to trust 37%, That's why we can see that almost half of Ukrainians don't trust. Only 77% fully trust to parliament. And you can see that balance of trust and not trust -20, and with president it's 64. So that's why here we still see situations that people not trust to parliament, and pretty the same situation with our government. So trust and non-trust -14. So it's show us very interesting result that people still believe in, one leader. And in Ukraine before also was a lot of political party who only leader type political party, and Ukrainians don't believe in like really party building, in inside democracy process. In party I do a full PhD about that, but as you can see, it's still like not a lot of trust to parliament. About bureaucracy, about government, all government bodies, it's totally distrust, so -44. So people who not trust to government bodies, it's 22%, and people who most likely not to trust, it's more 44%. So people not trust at all to government bodies, and I think that it's also direct correlation with corruption problems, where Ukrainians see corruption as also one of the main issues not to come back to Ukraine. Also interesting point from this research which I want to put to your mind, it's about local councils and municipalities. So here we can see 28% of balance of trust and not trust, and mostly people trust more to their local authorities. So it's 47% most likely to trust, and 13 trust globally to local council, because when war started, also local council was first responders, and they also provide a lot of humanitarian help. They do a lot of international contacts, but more trust, obviously, it's army, Ukrainian army. So it's balance 87. So it means that 43% trust and 11% trust fully to. I'm sorry. If we talk about, if we talk about Ukrainian army, 19 plus 72% of people completely trust to Ukrainian army. So one more issue, this fully trust to Ukrainian army, it's also very important point to understand future type of leader and future type of leadership in Ukraine. So very, very, very good balance between trust and non-trust. So people trust Ukrainian army highly more than they trust to president. The next issues, it's like trust to Attorney General office, which is not good. Trust to Ukrainian judges and courts, not good, -50. So and trust to anti-corruption structures also not so high. I think people still not understand how it works, because it's quite new reform, only 17 if we talk about balance, and only 19% now trust to Ukrainian media, which also important. About future of Ukrainian political parties, we can see that not so big trust to political parties, only 34% of balance of trust and untrust to Ukrainian political parties. So as you can see, still people not build structure about institutions, and like also president, leader of the biggest political party, but it's trust to president, but not so big trust to Ukrainian political parties. And as you can see, also a lot of trust to people who volunteer 71%. So obviously also in the next political parties and next opinion leaders, it will be volunteers, people from army, and also still quite big trust to president, but as you can see, big untrust to structures where also president do appointments. For example, Attorney General is direct trust from president, but people don't trust to Attorney General, which is interesting. So one more issue about potential future political process, it's do you see from current day political forces people who you will support? So only 37% see this process, so 41 and 20 are waiting for new political forces, which is interesting, and from where people see this like new political leaders and where will create new political forces, so 25% from current political forces, 7% think that it will be people from business, 18% that it will be people from civil society, and 51% people said that these new political forces will came from army and army structures, and 24% think that these people will come from volunteer work. Here are also some additional information about trust to some direct surnames, but I think it will be not so interesting for international audience. So thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Katerina Adarchenko, and we do this project together with Institute for Democracy and Development and company of SAC Group. We'll be happy to provide for you more information, and if you wanted to donate to our non-profit work of Institute for Democracy and Development, please do it in Ukraine or in the United States. Thank you so much.